The new flying taxi model takes off and lands vertically and operates much quieter than a helicopter, flying at 193 km per hour and traveling distance from 40 to 64 km. The 4-seat electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) flying taxi model will be on the market in 2028. The SA2 vehicle produced by Hyundai's Supernal branch will begin test flights later this year, according to shares of the company representative at the Consumer Electronics Show, CES 2024, Live Science 1/22 reported. Several manufacturers have built working eVTOL models in the past few years, including Boeing's Next, Airbus's City Airbus Next Gen, and Honda's Volume 2. These vehicles rely on distributed electric propulsion, DEP, which is multiple electric motors and propellers throughout the chassis, according to Simari Oka at the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Similarly, Supernal's flying taxi model takes off thanks to 8 inclined rotors distributed throughout the body, producing enough thrust necessary for flight. While it will certainly take time for eVTOLs powered by DEP to become widespread, they will play an important role in future urban transportation. But several things, including better regulatory frameworks and technology, need to be achieved. Before that happens, Oka said, the SA2 is designed to cruise at 193 km per hour at an altitude of 457 m, and complete the flight with a distance of 40 to 64 km. The vehicle emits noise at 65 decibels dB during takeoff and landing, while mid-flight volume is at a maximum of 45 dB, making it quieter than helicopters, 93 to 108 dB, according to the Bureau Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. Currently, Supernal is planning a test flight later this year. The company also plans to submit documents to the FAA this year before applying for a special flight license in 2025. Further testing will begin in 2027. Hyundai still targets 2028 for mass production of the taxi model. Flying, but whether this public transport can come into operation still depends on the legal status of eVTOL. According to Oka, widespread adoption of eVTOL depends on a number of technologies including battery and motor energy density, electronics efficiency, thermal management and weight. Lawmakers around the world are considering safety and air traffic issues. In August 2023, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency announced a series of proposed regulations for the safe operation of eVTOLs in Europe. In July 2023, the FAA also announced plans to introduce flying taxi services across the United States, aiming to start commercial flights in 2028, based on the Innovate 28 initiative. According to Supernal, the design focus for the SA2 is safety, sustainability, and passenger comfort. The aircraft is built based on the SA01, a prototype that was displayed at CES 2020, but has some key differences. The new concept still retains the distributed electric propulsion system like its predecessor, but the number of tilted rotors doubles from 4 to 8. The 4 rotors on the trailing edge of the more than 15 m long wing tilt downward to create thrust for the engine. Vertical flight, while the 4 propellers on the leading edge tilt upward. Each inclined rotor will provide power for the air taxi in all phases of flight, from vertical takeoff to horizontal cruise. The rugged new frame of the approximately 10 m long SA2 also retains the SA1's unusual V-tail design. The V-tail replaces the traditional vertical and horizontal tail control design with a V-shaped unit that combines the functions of both aileron and pitch, helping to reduce drag. Some other aircraft models that also use V-shaped tails are the Beechcraft Bonanza and Cirrus Vision Jet SF50. According to Supernal, the minimalist, eye-catching shape of the flying taxi model is influenced by car design. The lighting system changes between different flight phases, providing both an aesthetic effect and a visual cue for passengers. Both the cockpit and the vehicle's body are surrounded by glass windows, providing pilots and passengers with panoramic views. Supernal also aims for versatility with the SA2. The ability to change the cabin configuration to carry passengers or cargo and upgrade the battery module when improving the design is also in the company's plans. Supernal is preparing to integrate real-time weather data in an effort to bring the eVTOL prototype into commercial operation by 2028. The company is investing in true weather solutions to be able to leverage data analytics and forecasting technology. Their V360-degree weather supports premium flights in cities like Miami. Supernal will use the V360-degree system on the company's developing 4-seat vehicle. This will provide operations teams with a comprehensive understanding of the weather at low altitudes, allowing them to more accurately assess and predict conditions at key locations and along the flight path. According to True Weather Solutions, its technology will give eVTOL operators a 360-degree view of winds and weather updates every 15 minutes at a resolution of several tens of meters around landing zones. Along flight corridors, the model can help monitor wind flow, which is important for safe operations in urban environments.